Guys, what's up? Today I got a UU battle. This one is against MartensonMafia. And here I'm thinking Hippowdon or Empoleon are the two most likely leads. So Shaymin's going to be great because he's got the Seed Flare and the Earth Power to hit both of them super effectively. And yes, Empoleon could have Ice Beam, but it still won't do too much because it's probably going to be defensive if it is a lead. And it won't do all that much damage, and even if it is, I do have my Registeel that can take it. Another thought was that his Machamp, but again, I have a Mismagius to take the fighting type attack, and I have my Registeel to take just about everything else. Also, Rotom Heat could have possibly led, but I'd have Protect on my Shaymin, so if he goes for the Overheat, I can just switch to my Kingdra, start setting up Dragon Dances a little early, but meh. Or just make him pay with Waterfall, or if he Volt switches, then it's not a big deal. I can just stay in and Leech Seed. So that's what we're going to go with. Shaymin's a great lead for everyone on the team. Even if his Rhyperior wants to lead, I can still go with that. So we're going to do this, and he's going to indeed lead with his Hippowdon because it's a sand team, and that was the most obvious choice because sand likes sand. I've actually been playing on PO quite a bunch with a UU sand team, and it's actually been working pretty well. I peaked today about 252 out of like 7,100 or something around there, like top 5%, and I started this morning. So one day, not bad. I'm going to keep working on it, but yeah, hopefully I can get top 10. So I'm going to go for the Leech Seed, and I'm going to switch to my Kingdra, and now I'm going to just go for the Draco Meteor because I'm thinking something else will come in, and I can trick him with a Draco Meteor. That, or it'll just do a lot of damage because it's a special hit, not a physical hit, because I am indeed a physical Kingdra. Do have Dragon Dance, and yeah, that Waterfall did quite a bit. I do get a flinch, but it's not enough to really matter. I'm going to go for the Waterfall again. It's not going to flinch this time, and he is going to get an Agility up, which is kind of weird. That he would have this. Well, I mean, I guess it's not doesn't have to be a special wall. It works well, especially in conjunction with Hippowdon. But yeah. Anyways, so he goes for the Ice Beam. I figured he would, so I'm gonna switch on my Registeel. Now I'm gonna go back to my Kingdra because he's gonna probably go for the Water move. Obviously, he's in Torrent. He's got Stab, all that fun shit. And Kingdra quad resists the water. However, he's got Hydro Pump and not Surf, which is kind of bad. And he's going to get the crit, which I should have lived if it wasn't a crit, because it would have done like 80 or so damage. And yeah, I had like 150 health. So I should have lived that. Not a big deal, because he does have his Rotom Heat. So whatever. As I explained earlier, this matchup is going to go exactly what I said. I'm going to Protect, see whether he goes for the Overheat or the Volt Switch. Now that I don't have my Kingdra, I'm kind of screwed for what can take the Overheat, although I do have a Darmanitan as well as a Mismagius who is not defensive, but she has lefties and stuff like that, so she can take an Overheat, maybe. I don't know, whatever. So, yep, Leech Seed comes off on the Volt Switch, which is going to do nothing, and that's a Leech Seeded Mismagius. I know now he can't really sub. Well, he can, but it's kind of stupid because he's just going to be taking lots of damage. So I'm just going to go for the Seed Flare. I figured I could switch out to my Registeel and work on a status, but then again, he could sub when as soon as he sees Registeel. So I'm just like, whatever, because I can't really do anything else because it has only Seismic Toss and Stealth Rocks. So I'm just going to go for the Seed Flare. He goes for the Calm Mind, I go for the Seed Flare. Does a nice chunk, but I do get the special defense drop, which is really nice. Yes, it mattered because obviously now I'm going to be able to kill him. So it was key, but it's like he wouldn't be able to OHKO me with a Shadow Ball, even at +1, because you're going to see here that it's not going to do all that much. It's like not even half. I mean, +2 would have done probably another, what, 80 damage or something like that? No, not that much. 40, 50 damage, somewhere around there. It still wouldn't have OHKO'd me, so it's not like a massive deal, but, you know, it is nice. But then again, it's 40%, whatever. And plus I have Leech Seed, I can Protect and stall him out. So, I'm going to go for the Leech Seed again because I'm not expecting his Machamp to want to go for the Dynamic Punch because, again, I do have my own Mismagius, and he does indeed go for the Ice Punch. I don't see Life Orb, So I'm thinking either Lumberry or Choice Band, but judging from that damage, it's not enough to really be Choice Band. I know it's unstab, but it is super effective, and I know I do have max defense, but he does have max attack with a lot. Yeah, Machamp's pretty dangerous now that he's UU. I haven't really been able to use him successfully, but I'm sure since he was like an OU staple in Gen 4 that was like really hard to kill, he'll work out eventually. So I'm gonna go to my Registeel because I protect, and he's gonna go for the Ice Punch again. Here he shows me he's not Choice Banded, and he is indeed Lumberry because he goes for the Bullet Punch. I don't know why. I guess he. Well, I guess it makes sense. I mean, he's slower, and I'd probably KO him with a Seed Flare at that point. But nope, Registeel goes out, and now I'm gonna go to my Mismagius because Dynamic Punch is super obvious, and I don't really expect him to do anything else because he really can't afford to. Especially since he most likely has Payback, and with Ice Punch and Bullet Punch, they're not going to do anything. So, yeah. I am going to sub, knowing that he's going to want a Payback. I don't care. All I want is to end this off quickly. I probably should have went for the Shadow Ball, but I was thinking he would expect me to do that, so go for the Bullet Punch. So I sort of wanted a sub up, and then if he went for the Bullet Punch again... Like, I don't know. All I wanted was a sub, and here, this is how it's going to work out. He's going to go for a Bullet Punch now, thinking I'm just going to Shadow Ball, because I think he's going to just pay back, but I'm going to sub, and now I have a sub up, and he's dead, and it's looking pretty good, considering. I do know that his Rhyperior is going to still be a pain in the ass, because he is in the sand, and he does have that increased special defense, which is just going to make him just... a little bit harder to kill, just basically like a Terrakion, essentially. I figure he's probably going to go for the Rock Polish, maybe the sub, but I'm not expecting it. And there you see he does have the Rock Polish, so I'm thinking, okay, he's going to probably hit with a Stone Edge. I can just hit him with another Hidden Power Fire, and then we'll... or not fire, fighting, excuse me. He'll lose some HP from Life Orb, leftovers. And we're going to do some switching around to get him killed. And that is exactly what is going to happen. Here you see the HP fighting is going to do a nice little chunk. Figure he's got, what, 3 Life Orb recoils left in him. So I am going to switch out to my Cobalion because, yes, Registeel is more defensive, but it's specially defensive set. And Cobalion does quad resist it. And no, he doesn't have... You know, I figured it would be better. Yeah, he doesn't have any HP investment, etc., blah, blah, blah. But he misses Stone Edge, which is actually really unfortunate. So I'm going to go back to Mismagius because I know he's going to Earthquake. And now I figure at this point he's going to want to Earthquake again because, again, both my Registeel and my Cobalion take super effective damage from it. And Stone Edge and Mega Horn aren't going to do jack shit to them, but he does just Mega Horn, which is kind of weird. But, you know. Whatever, I mispredicted, that's fine. Earthquake would have been hilarious if he did go for it, because I would have just killed him, and he would have been like, skeet, 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 skeet. Anyways, Registeel comes in, like I said, not physically defensive, but he does have max HP and a base higher than that of my Cobalion, so I figure if he's going to take a hit, it better be my Registeel, not my Cobalion, and he does barely take the hit. So I get a seismic toss off, and he's dead. Now I'm going to go for the Stealth Rocks because Hippowdon is not really that threatening because I'm just going to let my Registeel die because I honestly don't need it anymore. His biggest physical threat, his Rhyperior, is dead. And yeah, so I'm going to go to my Shaymin here and I'm just going to Leech Seed him because I know the only thing he can do to me is Roar me, and I might as well get Leech Seed up because that'll help me survive longer. It's going to go for the Earthquake, and that's going to do absolutely nothing. I'm actually going to end up with more HP than before because of Leech Seed, which means he only did about like 10-11% with that Earthquake, which is actually rather sad. It's only like 4 HP more, but still. So there, I'm going to go for the Seed Flare, and unfortunately, he is actually going to live that, just barely, and get off Stealth Rocks. Not the big deal because again he only has 1 Pokemon left and that is his Rotom Heat, but it still would have been nice if I had just killed him, although because he lives I do get a little bit extra from Leech Seed, not as much as a full drain, but you know, a nice amount, so that's good. I'm back at back up to over half. So Rotom comes in. I figure he's going to want to overheat, but I'm going to protect just in case he wants to trick. Because if he does want to trick, I'm going to go on my Cobalion, and I'm going to be Scarfed, and I'm just going to fucking run over him. Well, as long as he's not Scarfed, I'm still faster than him. But yeah, so he goes for the overheat. I figure Shaymin, yes, is kind of nice to say because it's a wall, it's got Leech Seed, but both my other Pokemon can just kill this Rotom. So I'd rather just let Shaymin die and not have to deal with Leech Seed stalling and protect and blah blah blah. Let Shaymin die to Rotom and just switch to my Cobalion. Let him die, and then my Darmanitan is going to be facing a -4 Choice Scarfed Rotom Heat locked into Overheat. So, I'm going to be taking those for days. But that's not exactly how it goes, because he's not even going to kill Cobalion. I'm just going to go for the close combat, and I'm going to get an absolutely huge, massive, game-changing crit. Totally mattered. Me and Martin were trolling each other. It was actually funny, because he went on Wi-Fi Battle Finder and actually posted this match, and I was just looking. I wasn't even really looking to battle, but I saw him there, and I was just like, accept, just because it was him. And I'm like, dude, why didn't you just ask me on Skype? He's like, meh, too lazy. I'm like, oh my god. And we just continued trolling each other in the chat. It was hilarious. This guy's really fun. So, yeah, that was the battle. Hope you guys enjoyed. I had a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure he did too. And I hope you guys did. So, see you guys tomorrow.